on. Just make sure that that's looking good.
Nice.
And I got you right here. Yay.
I know that guy. No.
It's you.
I
Twice.
know that guy.
I do want to have you on my Thursday one.
I'm down.
It's still
Yeah, I can't. There's music playing.
Sorry.
Yeah, you good.
The Thursday night one is you would play for 30 minutes. Change. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Just so you know, this is so.
He's giving me ASMR right now as we speak. I appreciate that.
You're gonna gently move it to the side.
I know so many people that do ASMR now.
I do too. My friend Bailey, she has a whole YouTube.
Oh wow!
And just putting on gloves,
Just
petting a
doing stuff.
cat.
Yeah, just doing stuff. It's crazy.
But that you can monetize off that. It's pretty great.
The word content has stretched so far and beyond. It can be anything now.
I know. Look at us. Here we are.
Yep, trying to be artists in the world of content.
Doing the thing. Okay. It is 7:01 on the dot. Sorry. Welcome everybody to the first ever episode of On the Grid. A show was created to highlight voices making real impact through music, art, social movements, and community building. Each guest here is here because of their influence and contribution to the culture and how they uplift their communities. We're gonna start off. We're at Firecrest Studios. Big thanks to Bob Demian for giving us the space and technology to make this possible. I'm your host, Meta, and I'm so honored to welcome today's guest. We met on account of this gentleman is just out here answering cold emails from people he doesn't know from other states and giving them a seat at the table at the Bowery, a gaming center downtown New York City. And it just chokes me up to even say that because that is just very special. And that's exactly why I invited you on here. Not only have they been building their entrepreneurial empire while staying true to their roots, they're also a global artist. All the way from New York City is a Bossman of the HOA.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm good. I'm happy. Breathing, drinking water. Can't get better than that.
Gotta stay hydrated. So let's start off. Where are you based out of now, and what's your current energy like in the city?
Gotcha. Well, Brooklyn to the day I die. Always gonna have a home here. Always traveling, but yeah, New York based. And the energy of the city of where I'm at, man, it's great. It's summertime. It's hot. People are outside. People are dancing. There's a renaissance in, not even just in the world, but definitely heavy in New York, where everybody's just tired of the same old and they want something new. And I think people forget there's nothing new under the sun. Everything must repeat itself. No. So I feel like there's a 90s renaissance coming, and it's happening.
I love that. I felt very accepted when I went there, not only with your group, but with Donut Lounge and stuff. And I do so much appreciate the scenes that I've encountered there. It feels so warm and welcoming, and it feels like real music scene.
No, yeah, 100%. Like, I appreciate you even coming out. Like, that's for me, because you said cold emo, and that's kind of hilarious. Because that's what it was. Like, I didn't know. I got the email, I checked it out, I reviewed it with my team, and we all was just like, yeah, you make dope stuff. Why not? Pull on up. And that's my biggest thing. Like, I feel like if you're really good at what you do, or we really enjoy what you do, come on through. Like, what's the point of having a stage if you don't share it? You know?
It's a gatekeeper world out there, and that's why it's important for community builders like you and the other people that I'm inviting, and hope me too, to like join together and build amongst our underground scene together and make us stronger that way.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. You know, the underground is what fuels everything else. Whatever
It
happens
does.
here, 3 years later, they're trying it. You know, so
Side note about that. Today, one of the rappers, Just Nas, is a hip hop artist from Detroit and posted this thing. Yeah, I'm putting these people on blast. It's like this music festival in Detroit, and they were like, "We want singers. Do you want to be in front of thousands of people? No rappers." And it's like, you're in Detroit. Like, that all your music and all your
yeah,
whoever is your booking pulled from hip hop, and like, are you
yeah,
kidding me?
that's crazy. That's
I
crazy.
know.
I've ran into that a lot where especially when I first started out, I really ran into the whole like, oh, we don't book rap, we don't book hip hop, and I'm sitting there like, what? Like every
You,
genre pulls from rap nowadays. Like,
you'll book a white boy blues.
see what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It don't make no sense. Like,
um,
yeah.
so what first pulled you into music? What about expression, survival, or something else entirely?
Oof. I would definitely say a mixture of it all, honestly, but I would go heavy on expression. When I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. I feel like no one really knows. You just figure it out, you know, like you just have fun with it. And you know, I'm a bit older, so I remember like I say like I'm like 40, but no, I'm like 33. So you
Oh
know,
my god.
and I remember you know, 8 Mile was like a culture defining thing, and I'm from New York, so we had like Smack DVDs. I would go to rap battles, and that's what I started. I would battle people in lunch, and to me, battling wasn't like being a rapper; it was just kind of being stand up comedy. You had to be funny.
Yeah, you had to be quick wit.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what got me started with it. And then I started, you know, battling people for fun. And then one day somebody was like, "Yo, you could rap. You should try to make a song." And then that was a whole nother process. But that's what got me into it. Like, and then expression, when I finally learned how to write songs, I started talking about how I felt, because you know, as a man in New York, no one really cares about what you're going through. Nobody really asks those questions unless you have like a good support group growing up. And for me, I really just had my mom. um
Aw, shout out to mom.
yeah, shout out to my moms, man. Like that's all I really had. So, and she worked like 3 jobs. So if your support system ain't there, you don't really got nobody to vent to. So eventually, you got to get it out some way somehow. So for me, it was always music and basketball. Basketball didn't work out, got injured.
Oh
So
no.
music happens.
Were
Yeah.
you on a team in high school?
Yeah. I played all the way up to college. I still play to this
Oh.
day, but you know, I don't know. That's not where my heart is at. I like music more than anything, and I kind of realized that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the minute I got injured, I was like, I kind of like rapping more than this, anyways. Like it
Anyway,
kind of, yeah. And I was having like a
make
struggle
less phones
before
that
that.
way.
Yeah, I was having like a struggle before I got injured, where I was like, damn, which one should I take serious? And I was like,
Mm,
kind of made its own choice, you know.
the universe spoke.
Yep,
The
yep.
universe requested your music. Don't know if I'm saying this right, but bed stewing is such a powerful cultural legacy. How did you growing up there shape your sound and your message?
Oh, Bed-Stuy, Bedford
That's
Stuyvesant. Yeah,
yes. Okay.
There we go. Yeah. It's everything. It's all I know. I grew up in Bed-Stuy my whole life. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've traveled a lot. I lived in Puerto Rico as a child. I'd come back and forth. I've
Oh
lived
wow.
with cousins in different states. I lived with uncles, aunts. I've always moved around, but Bed-Stuy is my home. My dad still lives in Bed-Stuy to this day. So it's like it's all right. Here's the best example I could give. I'm gonna give two short examples. My mom brought Reasonable Doubt from Jay-Z out of his trunk on cassette.
Wow, that is pretty epic.
Yeah, and like
Is
that's
he
when he
from there
was.
too?
Yeah. He's from Marcy Projects, which isn't too far.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. It's in Bed-Stuy, but like it's not too far from where I'm from in Bed-Stuy. Because Bed-Stuy's like it's a small neighborhood, but like there's no real trains, so you got to walk everywhere. There's a few
Really?
buses. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess we got the G train and the C train, but like not and the J. But like they're not really. It's like surrounded. New York's great. That's a whole nother argument.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's a whole nother discussion.
yeah, that's a whole nother thing. I hate NYC trains sometimes. I love that they're 24/7. I hate the way the grid is. But anyways, so yeah, that's one and two. I remember when Biggie died. I remember coming outside and seeing like the funeral thing, like where everybody was dropped.
Wow.
I remember seeing that, and I was just like, those are kind of things you don't forget for some. Well, for me at least, like I don't
No.
forget those things. Like the Biggie thing for sure. The Jay-Z thing I remember because I was like, my mom was holding my hand, and she was like, "I'm gonna go buy it," because he was like around their way, like he was like hustling his tapes, just like
God,
we
how
all
old is
do.
he at this point?
A reasonable doubt. That's 94, 95, maybe. He had to
Young
be
Jay.
young. Yeah, young Jay. But yeah, that's
Wow.
yeah, Bed-Stuy like and if you ever watch any Spike Lee movie ever, you're probably gonna see Bed-Stuy references. The best one would be Do the Right Thing. Like it was a utopia for people of color, and it still is at times. Don't get me wrong, but New York's rent prices and people move and people pass away, people sell. But it's still my home. It just feels right. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Very nice. Your lyrics often push back on glamorizing street life. Was there a specific moment or turning point that made that message central to your work?
Oh yeah, 100%. I was not the smartest uh like life choice wise. I didn't make good decisions as a young person. Probably until like 25, I didn't get it right, honestly.
Hey.
Even to this day, sometimes I don't get it right. But like I could definitely say, like, playing basketball, it's so easy to get caught up in the glamour of things. Like in my head, I'm like, oh, basketball, cool, but like these guys, they got cars already, they got this, they got that. And I just remember sitting there like, I don't got any of that.
Yeah.
Like you kind of just want what they have to an extent. So it makes you make poor decisions. But as I got older, I started realizing, like, you know what? I'm gonna tell my story, and I'm not gonna glorify it. I'm gonna just tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what I've been through, and I'm gonna tell you that it doesn't have the best outcomes. I'm just one of the lucky few that made it out.
Yeah.
And there's tons of like, I lost a lot of people my whole life. Like I've had friends die from 10 years old to now, like
Right.
just random stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you really just start falling in love with life, and you really just want to tell your story. And I know my story is something that a lot of people can relate to, no matter where you're from.
Yeah.
So that's why my lyrics are the way they are, for sure.
Especially like you said, being male, and like sometimes it's hard for males. I mean, I feel like it's the whole discussion over mental health and
Yeah,
respecting that has opened up in the last few years for sure. But there's still stigmas about everything. But yeah, males sharing their feelings or struggles, it's like
yeah,
you're taught like it's not a struggle. You just have to deal with it. So it's
yeah,
nice.
100%.
People
And
can lash on to that and like be inspired.
oh yeah, 100%. And like for me, like I didn't know what anxiety was until I went to therapy.
Yeah.
And I would have anxiety attacks a lot. I'd have panic attacks. I'd suffer from depression, and I didn't know what these things was because I don't know how to express this because no one's ever really asked other than my mom. Like
Yeah.
people around me that care. And then when I started learning about these things, started going to therapy and started realizing like, oh, I'm all messed up from trauma, and I didn't realize that. And I feel like thank God I'm lucky enough that I got to experience that. So now for me, I'm very vocal about that because I know there's people now in my neighborhood. Like I still play ball. So like I'll see kids in the park, like 18-year-olds trying to leave high school. Like, and I'm like, yo, just they be smoking weed. I'm like, yo, chill. Like, wait, you have a whole life ahead of you to do that. Wait till you get into college or get on like an overseas team, or if you make it to NBA, whatever, like you got like you don't have to rush anything. Like
Yeah.
all the things that we thought we wanted at such a young age, you can wait, you know?
Absolutely. It only
Yeah.
gets better with time.
Oh yeah, 100%. And we have more time than we think sometimes, in the sense of like, to be brutally honest, I didn't think I'd make it past 18, and now I'm 33.
Yeah.
So
And I
it's
mean, a lot of people think that 30 is like the end of life.
yeah, and I look at like my grandfather who's 98. That yeah,
Woo!
he walks like 20 miles a day. He
Oh,
hooks
he
up
he
with
lives in New
people.
York.
Yeah, he lives
Lived
in
out
Eastern New
so
York.
he's walking around
He's walking
downtown.
around hooking up with people,
He's like riding
living
the
his life.
train. Like,
Yeah, he's and like
wow, how inspiring.
yeah, and like it's crazy. He doesn't like he takes care of himself, but like he doesn't do anything out the regular. He just doesn't smoke, doesn't really drink, and he just works out. It's that simple.
It's a, it can be a state of mind.
Yeah,
You know,
100%,
each
100%.
is a state of mind.
Yeah.
So right now, you write, produce, mix, master your own track. What drives you to stay so hands on with every element?
Oof. It's kind of crazy because like it's such a double edged sword. I
Hmm.
hate having to do everything, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm the exact
Um,
same.
yeah, it's just like you know how you want to sound. So to have that trust in someone else to get the same thing you want, it's like
Hmm.
I could just do it myself. I'd rather spend 3 days on it and then whatever amount someone else will. Um,
And money that you would
Money
spend
too,
on
yeah, no,
it.
100%. Well, like luckily for me, like once basketball didn't work out, I went to school for audio engineering and I like
That was
took
my
the
next question.
steps. Yeah, no, there you go.
Where'd you
Yeah,
go?
I went to NYU actually. I did like a program in Ableton, and
Oh, nice.
that's why that shout out to anyone that uses Ableton. That's why I'm so like hands on about that. Like I always tell people like, you got Ableton, all right, and I'll just pull out my laptop and I'm ready to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Especially like I have all my hotkeys, I have all my presets, I have all
Same.
plugins, so I'm good to go. But yeah, it also and that's you were saying about money. Like that's where it started. I didn't have money for studio time. Like, and when I started rapping, like yeah, people had like home studios, but you could hear it was that. Like,
The ACs in the background, like
yeah,
the whole
exactly.
time.
You knew like, oh, this guy recorded in a closet and not in an
No,
illmatic
no.
Nas way. In a what the hell is this way? So
Somebody's eating Cheetos in the background. You can hear it.
exactly. And yeah, no, I just wanted to do it. And then I got so good at it that I was like, let me like go to school with it. And I went to school and I got even better with it. And now more than ever, like I love being able to sit down with myself or the artists around me or just working with other artists and trying to find new barriers we could break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was it. And I love doing it. It's like my brain can focus on something. That's why I love basketball so much because I could focus on something.
Yeah.
Like when I feel like dribbling a basketball and shooting a basketball is the same as mixing a track to me because I don't have to think about anything else but that and let
I
it
love that.
flow and be comfortable. And you know what sounds right to you. You know, like, oh, this is exactly, I don't need to touch any more buttons. It's good to go. And you walk away and you feel good.
It's like a meditation, like a
Exactly.
moment of meditation. I love that. I do the same too. I went to school because, especially being a femme presenting person in the world in the earlier 2000s, it's like, oh, it was only guys that were the gatekeepers of the studio. And I was like, I want to know, well, at first was like, I want to be able to explain what I want my voice to sound like because I would get frustrated,
Oh, yeah.
and then they would be like, well, no, I'm going to do it like this. And it's like, it just started to like
Yeah. That's when
be
you were
very
like,
apparent to me that I needed to like quickly learn this.
yeah, that's when you're like, nah, forget that. I know what I want. I got it. And
Yeah.
that's and honestly, like kudos to you because like we need people in this world to do that. People have to
Mhm.
be like, I know what I people are so unsure of who they are and what they want to do. When you meet somebody that is, it's inspiring, which is why I rock with what you do, because it's like you know who you are and you know what you want to do.
Yeah.
We don't have to question that. I know you're gonna show up, you're gonna do what you have to do
Yeah.
and what you want to do. And that's the best certainty you can have in your life ever.
I mean, I know people that are on the other hands, this how they explain it is like, I'm the artist. That's what I am. I want the other people to deal with the hearing the same 2 seconds for an
Yeah.
hour to get the kick drum right. Or
No,
like,
I get that. I
it
get
is
that.
well, I in that zone of messing with the kick drum for 2 hours is like my meditation.
Yeah, no,
Like, you know what I mean?
100%, 100%. And
That's
like,
just how it like kind of comes out, I guess. That's um do you consider your music more of a mirror, a weapon, or a bridge, or something else?
mm, it depends the song.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like some songs I'm talking to myself, so it's a mirror where I'm just like reflecting. Like I feel like music
Yeah,
is a time capsule, which people don't
absolutely.
understand. Like if there's a lot of times I have people like, "Yo, I love this song," and it's like I don't like that song anymore, and they're like, "Oh, but you made it," and it's like, "Yeah, but I'm not 2014 me anymore. My mindset isn't there. Like that's not what I'm going through. I don't relate to it." And then at the same time, if I'm, it's rap. I think I'm the best rapper ever, so I'm gonna tell myself that, and I'm battling against people, even my own friends. Like sometimes, like when I Scott, Benny, like Benny Sazon, like those are my guys. But if we do a song, I'm trying to have the better verse, so it's a weapon. We're dueling.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
we
It
have to do
yeah,
that.
depends on the context. I'm trying to get Benny on. Tell him that he.
Oh no, definitely. It's crazy. I was supposed to meet up with him today,
I
but
think
I
he was
got you.
thinking that it had to be like soon, and I'm like, no, 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 it's gonna keep happening. I just want to like book you, So
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah,
put
I
a word
got you.
in.
I got
If
you. I'll
he's
set it up.
watching, book with me.
Yeah, for sure. I
Because he
got
just
you.
came out with an album, right?
Yes, which I executive produced this whole album. I produced a couple
Wow.
tracks on there too.
Very
Um,
cool.
and that was a fun process because I've been a behind the scenes person for a really long time where I don't care for acknowledgement. I don't care for credits. I don't care for any of that stuff. I just like doing things. I just like
Mm-hmm.
making things. And now I'm starting to step into where people are like, yo, like people are reminding me who I am. And they're
Your
like, yo,
worth. Your
yeah,
worth.
exactly.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, you got it. Like step up. Tell people you wrote this. Tell people you produced this. And now more than ever I've been on some like, no, yeah, definitely. Like, so yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's
you
been
just
it's
get
been a
to a
trip.
point in your journey. You're like, you know what? I am badass audio engineer, producer. Like, I should get the credit.
Yeah.
And that's not being like full of yourself at all. It's just like you're a kind, generous person, and so it's like you're not doing it for the fame and the fortune. It's just pouring out of you. So, but if you're doing it anyways, you might as well get the credit.
No, 100%. And like even then I didn't even know that like I didn't know the in and outs of when I first started. Or like I didn't know the in and outs of like, oh, you helped someone write that lyric, you can be paid for that. I didn't know these things. I
Oh
just
my
was
god.
like helping someone or like, yo, you made this drum pattern, you can be paid for that. I didn't know these things.
Mhm.
I was just trying. I was just like, oh, this is what I'm having fun doing.
Yeah, I can send you I took a legal aspects of music business. I can send you my notes of all the breakdowns of like it's like producer or
Mhm.
if you wrote lyrics to a song, you were in
Yeah,
the room, you can still get like your percentage, blah blah blah. Like and it
yeah,
like breaks it down like that. And I'm just obviously learning this too because I have also been in the same thing where I'll produce something, I'm like, oh, it's there. And now I'm like, okay, well, I could make this a business. I'm going to do it anyway. So
yeah.
I'm like in trying to move over to being more professional about it.
Yeah, that's the hardest part because it's like we were kind of talking about this before we went on air. It's like, the content thing is like, yo, I'm an artist in a content world. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
doing things. I don't think of the other side of it where it's like, oh, you need to do this. And you need to make sure the paperwork and contract. It's like, yo, I'm just doing music. I just love
Yeah.
what I'm doing. Don't make it complicated because then it's not fun.
Yeah. There's a very fine line of it. And when it's not fun, you'll still do it, but you'll not want to do it. Like the passion, you can easily
Mhm.
lose the passion.
100%.
Where is. Okay. How has your community inspired or challenged your growth as an artist?
Mm.
And this could be like when you were young to now.
So far as community, like Brooklyn itself, when I was growing up, there was this thing called Stop and Frisk that I believe I think it was Giuliani or Bloomberg.
Man, I think I remember hearing about that.
So Stop and Frisk was insane because like
Just like stop
literally,
you and like they could arrest you at any time.
basically, if they can stop you and search you at any time they wanted, and it was just like, this
No
is
warrant,
before.
no.
No, no, not like it didn't matter at all. Like, and if I'm a teenager, I'm coming out of school. If you had a little bit of weed on you, if you had like a Dutch and they assumed you're about to roll up, like it was crazy, and like
Yeah.
it used to get
I mean,
pretty
they could
bad.
probably even profile you about how you're dressed.
Oh no, 100%,
That's
100%.
probably how they profiled a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's when racial profiling in New York was like at an all-time high, and it was just
Yeah.
oblivious.
Yeah.
So I felt like, my back go against the wall every day because I've been stopping frisk with my mom in front of me, with my dad in front. I've been stopping frisk like broad daylight, just being outside, not even the wrong place, just being outside. Um,
That's so scary.
yeah, it's crazy. So like, you start to live with this like chip on your shoulder, looking behind your
Mhm.
back. Like I lived in the
Mad at your
last,
city,
yeah,
like
a
your
hundred
city
percent.
doesn't care about you, kind of.
100%,
Yeah,
yeah. And then that just I grew up in the last era of New York being gritty, I feel like. It still has this like grittiness, but not like that. And that made me look around the world and not trust people, honestly. But then I start seeing my community come together. I knew all my neighbors growing up. I knew people my corner store got like it got to the point my mom lived in Crown Heights, my dad lived in Bed-Stuy, and that's like about 2 mile walk, 3 mile walk. I'd walk that every day because I didn't have bus fare or train fare and I didn't always hop. So I had credit in every store
nice.
on that trail. So I would stop in a store and be like, yo, I don't got $1 today. Let me get Arizona. Let me get some chips. Like
That's
that is so needed as community for people to be like, yo, I know this kid. He's good. Yo, this the kid that played ball. Yo, he's always here. Like stuff like that.
crazy.
Yeah, like it's just like having more aunts and uncles, I guess, is a way to think about it. So that molded everything about me. Like I can sense when someone genuinely cares or wants to help you or look out for you. Like you can just sense it now, or you can sense when someone has an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
So that is definitely community is everything, and it's what molded me who I am, and it's why I have good people around me now, and I'm very lucky to spot when someone is genuine.
And we're definitely feeling the effects of things to that nature right now with our whole country. Our
Yeah,
whole country is in the hot seat right now.
yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad.
Yeah. But we are gonna stick together.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We're gonna make it great.
Of course.
Do you feel trapped in other music or art scenes beyond, or do you feel tapped in
Mm.
to other art scenes and music scenes beyond New York? I'd
Mm,
say you're getting close to Austin.
yeah, no. For
Pretty
me,
tapped in here with people at this point.
oh yeah, no, 100%. Honestly, like this is gonna sound really bad on my back. Like I'm not good at reaching out, but I'm always open. I'm always like, yo,
Mhm.
if someone like you hit me up, I'm like, yeah, bet. Like I
Yeah.
never, if I rock with you, I'm so lucky people around me know this about me. Like I be in my own world. I take care of my niece, my nephew, myself. Like I'm in my own little bubble. And if I don't see people daily, I kind of, not to say forget, but it's just not front of my mind.
Yeah.
It's when I sit down, I get on Instagram, like, oh, they dropped something dope. I'm gonna check it out. Like,
Hmm.
and it's nothing personal to nobody. I just be in my own world. So I'm very tapped in all over. Like I've been traveling for 10 years now. I've been doing tours for 10 years now. I definitely have great relationships with people. I've had amazing nights with people, and sometimes I just be in my own world. Sorry to everybody. Basically, is what I'm getting at. But
Aw.
yes, I feel I'm very tapped in. Texas, y'all down there been showing me so much love. I've always had fun going to Texas. Y'all are a huge state though, so I need people to understand this. From a New Yorker, I need people to know Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, what else? What else? Houston. They're not very close.
No.
They're not as
No.
close as people see. It's a
You
very
could
big
do a
state.
Texas tour if you came here. You could do, I mean, we do that a lot here where
Yeah,
we'll do like a 4-day weekend and we'll do like, Dallas, Fort Worth,
definitely.
Houston, San Antonio, Austin. And then you're
Yeah.
like,
I'm
we
gonna
did a
be
5-day
honest.
tour.
I'm gonna be honest. As a New Yorker, my favorite place has been Austin. Not just because South by, but because I feel like the scene there is very opening, very welcoming. It's very artist heavy.
Yeah.
Like it's artists running it. No big like in New York. There's a lot of ceilings you're gonna reach in New York sometimes where it's like, oh, these industry people will not let you get past, and they're gonna go out their way to make sure that happens.
Unless
But
you do the dirty deed, unless you drink the Kool-Aid.
exactly. Like unless you're willing to just like be a cornball and do whatever they say, like it's never worth it. But out there, for me at least, from the shows I've done there, or just it just feels very like organic, homegrown. People come out, people show love, people buy merch. Like it's really community out there.
Where did you play here?
Oh shit, it's been a couple years. I know I did some bar out there before. That last show I did out there was a bar, and it only fit 50 people in there, but we got 200 people to come out,
Wow.
and we got shut down.
Fire.
We got shut down because of the police.
Oh
Yeah,
no, the fire marshal or
yeah, they
something.
wasn't
Yeah,
rocking with it. But
they be like that.
that was that was before the pandemic. That's how long it's been since I've been to Texas.
Well, I know you haven't been because I came there in 2023, so
Yeah,
I
it's
would
been a
be
while.
mad at you if you came and
No,
didn't.
no, no, no. It was definitely before the pandemic. It's been a while, and that was the thing. Like when I first started touring, my first tour ever, and this is something that people don't really know is a little bit of lore, I guess, about me. But like my first tour, I used to be a bait collector, a shoe collector, and I sold all of that stuff to
Bape,
fund my
like
first tour.
the company.
Yeah, Bathing Ape clothing. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So I had a big clothing collection and sneaker collection, and I sold all of that. And that was my first tour.
Wow.
I literally rented out like a Sprinter, and I was just like, we're gonna figure this out. So I would like have homies ride with me. I interchange. I mean, I didn't have, not to snitch on myself. I didn't have a license, but I'd be driving. No one stops you in some of these states, so that's amazing. But yeah, no, and I was just hitting up promoters on my way, like, yo, can I open up for this person? Can I open up for this person? And then I ended up in loops. Like I remember when I was in Cali, I think I did San Francisco, Oakland, LA, but like I did like 3 spots. I think I did Orange County, where else? What else? San Diego. I just ended up in a loop where I was opening up for like random artists, but they were like big artists.
You've been in all 50 states to perform?
Except for Hawaii, right? I think that's the only one I haven't. Oh, and well, no, technically I did Alaska. Technically,
What?
yeah, technically I did
How
Alaska.
did you fly up there? That was like an offshoot of
So
the
I had,
tour.
yeah, no. So I had a connecting flight to where was I going? I don't even remember where my connecting flight was, but our layover was in Alaska, and we had 8 hours. So
Japan?
no, 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 I wish I haven't been in Japan. No, I don't know why we ended up in Alaska, but it was like a connecting flight. It was the cheapest flight to get somewhere. I feel like we were probably going to like Chicago,
Oh
and
my
that might have been the cheapest layover. Because
yeah.
look, little inside ball. Artists don't make a ton of money sometimes, and sometimes we need to get places on time, and we endure. We endure to get there. So I remember, I think we were going to Chicago or like maybe even Detroit or somewhere, and that was our layover because it was on Spirit and it was $120 round trip.
We were just talking about Spirit.
Yeah, I had to. So I remember I was just hitting up anyone's like, is there anywhere I could perform in Alaska before I have to get back on my plane? And some dude reached out. He was like, yo, I got a show tonight. And it was like legit 50 people. Then I was like, there's people in Alaska. This is crazy. Yeah, I was surprised. I was like,
what's the bar? You gotta shout them out at this point.
I don't even know. It wasn't a bar though. No, it wasn't a bar. It was like
It's a venue.
Yeah, it was like a venue, but like it was like a coffee shop situation. It was weird.
Mm.
And they had like built a stage. It was really weird. But I was just happy to be like, oh well, whatever. Like, and I did the whole set off of my phone. I plugged in my phone and was just playing songs and rapping, and people were rocking with it, and that was bizarre, but cool.
Funny.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you what you travel with, just a lot like Ableton.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. When I travel, and this is very essential, you have to know how to pack as an artist. You have to be prepared. So
oh yeah, especially if you're flying a Spirit.
Oh no, 100%. Everything's going above.
Yes.
Maybe one carry on, like maybe one in your hand.
My laptop inside my 2 jackets I have on.
Exactly. So no, I'm very light packer. I literally everything one bag. I bring a pack of underwear, pack of socks, pack of white t-shirts, pack of black t-shirts. Then I bring my laptop, my charger, spare battery, my 2 hard drives, and sometimes I'll bring some type of MIDI device, like maybe like a chord piano, like a small piano or a pad or something. Phone charger, and usually like some type of stand. So if I need to record something on my phone, that's my setup.
That's
that's my setup. Nothing crazy, nothing more than that.
No, you got to be efficient when you're traveling
Yeah.
because.
Literally, look, I'll show you. Look, my bag's right here in front of me. This is my bag. This is my simple black backpack.
Oh my God,
Nothing
yes.
special. Just
Everything you need in
yep.
one bag.
Simple as
Backpack
that.
eats.
And then like when you're traveling, people don't know, but like half the time you're like buying stuff on the road. Like I'll buy like example, I buy those underwears and then I throw them out and buy more out on the road because you're stopping at gas stations so
Right,
much. You just buy
right.
another pack. Like you don't even wait. Like you just buy more.
Also, you don't know when your next like washer and dryer you're gonna run
Exactly.
into, so it's
You
like you might as well.
I've missed a flight because I was like, oh, I'm gonna just go wash my clothes real quick. Missed my flight.
Uh, and also just like the most high anxiety thing when you're traveling to, especially for
Yeah,
a show.
yeah. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I hate flying, which is why my first tour was driving. I was too scared to get on planes. I was like, we'll just drive everywhere. I
Yeah.
sold it well though. I was like, yeah, we can hit more cities if we drive. All
Mm.
the time, I just didn't want to fly, but then I got over it.
The cat's out of the bag now.
Yeah, no, now like I'll indulge in a little adult beverage and then I'll go to sleep on a plane and I'm good. I'll be
Yes,
fine.
that's how you do it.
It's that simple.
Okay, so out of all the states that you played, what was your favorite?
Ooh, that's really hard. That's actually really hard because every city has such a different atmosphere and vibe to it. I can only go with my favorite show I've done, and New York. I did Webster Hall, and that was a very monumental show. My mom came out. My
Oh,
mom never. So for people that know, my mom had passed. So like I have a lot of memories
mhm.
as far as this music stuff that regard to her because she got to see so much. So I did Webster Hall, and she didn't understand what I did, but she was like supportive, and
Sweet.
she realized it was paying the bills. She was like,
I
"Oh,
mean,
this."
she bought you a Jay-Z CD, so she clearly was hip enough to.
Yeah, she was aware, but she came and she's seen like, "Oh, this is what you do. Oh, there's people here for you. Oh, you're signing autographs." I was like, "Yeah, this is what I do." And, like that was, and also like the crowd just went. I stage dived. Like it was.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like I went crazy
Did you
that
call your
night.
mom out? Did you
Oh
do it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Her?
At
Oh,
the
she
end,
probably loved that.
yeah, right at the end of my set, I was like, "Yo, before I leave, I need y'all to see the reason I'm here." And she didn't want to come. My mom was never like a people person. She didn't like taking photos. She didn't like none of it. But she came out. She peeked her head and she like waved.
Oh.
And I was like, "No, get out here!" Grabbed her, brought her out, and yeah, that's probably my favorite show ever. But as far as like cities, like I don't know, like Miami, L.A., Texas. I did a show in Louisville, Kentucky. That was fun. I did.
Interesting.
Yeah, Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta is always a great time. But
I
that's
want
just
to
because
go
I
out
like food.
there.
Atlanta's fun because I like the food. But Atlanta's good. Wyoming was oddly fun.
Okay.
Pretty
All right.
random. Yeah, I performed in a barn in Wyoming.
I'm like not surprised, maybe.
Yeah, that was pretty random.
Maybe that's
Ohio's fun.
Ohio.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ohio was actually pretty. Like,
Ohio kids are super stoked because they're in the middle of. I mean, I'm from Michigan, so
yeah,
I'm a Ohio adjacent,
yeah,
but they're just like so stoked because you're like an outsider bringing them new music that they're like,
yeah.
yeah, like super into it.
And they're so
Whenever I play,
excited to
yeah,
show you what they have in there. So like Skyline Chili, Big Reds, Zappos chips, stuff like that. They're like so like, yo, check this out. And I'm like,
yeah,
dope.
in their Midwest accent.
Yeah, oh my god. And I tried to point that out to somebody and they didn't see it. And I get it, because as a New Yorker, people be like, oh, you got a New York accent. And I'm like, I don't. I don't feel like I do. But it comes out. If you tell me to say coffee, it comes out. So yeah.
I mean, I still have my Midwest, like, it doesn't come out a lot, but I spent 2 weeks there a month ago, and
Yeah.
I definitely felt like I was, like, catching myself. I'm like, "Oh my god, I sound like I'm from the Midwest."
Yeah. That's funny.
Okay, so House of Aura is where we met. That was where I cold called to book a show. I had a donut lounge show already, and I was just going to be there, and I wanted to like explore more. And you were so gracious to let me come on the stage. It has a huge video wall, stage. You have people come up and then you interview them at the end. It's kind of like how I have one of my segments set up now too. Tell us your role of House of Aura, what drew you to this platform, and what does it represent for you?
Definitely. So House of Aura is a media website I started with some friends. We were like in the blog era, like 2013 era, 2012, 2013. We had a blog. We were just interviewing like local artists. This is the thing, like, so it's Carrie, Cove, and Ray, and me and OD. It's five of us. They already had it, like it was a thing, and they were building it, and then I was already like known for nothing. Like I was like an internet personality, I guess, without trying to be. I was just always funny on Twitter, and people paid mind to me.
Mhm.
And they were like, "Yo, you want to be like the face of it?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, why not?" So the first couple years, I didn't know what we were doing. I was just excited to be part of something and have
Mhm.
fun. And then, as time goes, we get older. They all started removing themselves, and I was like, "Well, I love this stuff. I love putting together shows. I like the behind the scenes stuff. I'm gonna keep it rolling." And then, I stuck with it. Those are still my brothers. They're always included in stuff, but I started adding more people, and it's been going well. And that's why, like, in my head, I always realize this: every tour I've seen has a company sponsoring it, and it's rare when you see an artist sponsoring it. So I was like, somebody, if I want to be taken serious, I gotta have a company sponsoring it. Oh, I have my own company, so like that's my excuse
Yeah.
in a sense. But yeah, no. So we have our residency every month with OS, and they actually extended to where now we have 2 days every month instead of 1 month.
That is so amazing.
Appreciate it.
What a great place.
Yeah, no, I love, like, shout out to Day over at OS, like taking a shot with us because we didn't cold emails, baby. They work out. Send that email,
Sometimes
shoot your shot, just go for it. You never know.
it's the energy behind the email.
100%. Like, so I reached out, cold email. We did a show. They liked what we did with them. We reached out. We kept doing it. We spoke about the residency. We've been doing up almost 2 years now, and yeah, like there was nobody else doing hip hop there at all. And I'm very big advocate of hip hop because that's what I'm in. And also the space of hip hop in New York is like it was dying at one point. I feel at least.
Which is
Well,
kind of crazy to me. I would just I feel like it's like Detroit where I'm from where hip hop is like
mhm.
so Texas is very much about or Austin's very much about their music, but hip hop is not the mainstream popular what's getting headlined on
Yeah.
the ACL of festivals and things. Now it is like
Hmm.
in the last few years, but I just picture New York to always have had a strong hip hop scene. So that's
Yeah.
interesting that you say that.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna be blunt about it. Like I feel like New York. I love New York. I love everybody that's done something in hip hop before I got there. And no knock to anybody really, but it's just like far as anywhere else, I noticed the OGs for those cities always reach out to the young artists and work with them. I feel like now, and not even now, for a while in New York, it's like you have to blow up and have like a label behind you, and then some older hip hop acts might be like, "Yo, we rock with you," like, or even then, like if you don't get signed but you have some type of buzz, they'll like give you the nod, but they don't make it known. Like I feel like in the '90s, if you were a good rapper, everyone acknowledged you and respected you, and you got on songs with each other, and there was no like no petty. I mean, I'm sure there was like pettiness, but like there was no like. I think about it like this: LL Cool J and Cannabis battled on the same song and still put it out. That would not happen
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Like still gave them a platform, even though they were battling or whatever. Like I don't feel like the OGs actually like lend a hand to the newer guys. Like for me, I'm very blessed. I ran into a few people that were very prominent in my career, like Combat Jack, A King. Like these guys were already prominent in this industry, and
Mhm.
they took a chance with me, and they went to bat for me, and they still go. King still goes to bat for me. Like Mika, that's one of my homegirls. Like
Are they
she works at
promoters? Are
Studio.
they artists that
No,
like put you
so
on?
Combat is he was an entertainment lawyer. He did
Oh, nice.
all the entertainment work for a Reasonable Doubt, actually, which is what's crazy. He worked for Def Jam, The Source, and then he had a podcast and he passed. But Yeah, like he looked out for me super heavy. Like he gave me so many opportunities when he didn't have to. Same goes for like Fritz. Like there's so many like elder statesmen and women that like really were just like, yo, we rock with you because you're trying and you're doing your best and you're getting things done that we wouldn't expect. So we're
Mhm.
not gonna gatekeep you. And I run into that now where sometimes I'll meet like older people in the game or like people that are like deep in the industry and they act so bizarre and I'm just like, why do you act like that? I've met
Probably
so
because
many.
their energy. Because like
Maybe.
you can see like how you can sense when somebody's not genuine.
Yeah.
They can sense how genuine you are, and it probably scares the shit out of them, and they can't fuck
Yeah.
with you.
Probably. Yeah, probably. That makes sense. But yeah, like, I for me it's just very bizarre and I feel like hip hop just it's born here. And I'm never saying that because I'm from New York, we're better rappers. No, I'm not trying to start no like wars. That's all silly to me. Like
You
I
heard
get
this
it.
first on the grid.
Like it's just I don't all that stuff is but like hip hop, we're the mecca. Like we started this. It literally was
That's,
born in
I
the
mean,
Bronx. So
that's what I envision.
yeah, so for us to not have like a space in hip hop and for our hip hop scene to be dying and people not because everybody's getting money hungry and they don't want to actually live within their means, they want more than what they are. Like now you're cutting off supplies and resources to newer people that should be getting a chance.
Yeah.
Like why is the same hip hop artist headlining 4 years in a row? Why not switch it up?
Listen, I feel the same way about just, going
Yeah.
back to Austin scene is like we have the Austin Music Awards and there'll be people that will win 4 years in a row when we're the music capital. It's like we're known to generate so much music and art and um I feel like for a long time it's been that where it's like they only highlight the same token person for like
Hmm.
a long time until they find the next one and
Yeah.
but again, that's kind of why I feel like we, like you and I, like people like us, we're like doing things like this. It's because, like, we want to give space for people that maybe don't even know how to start. Like,
Hmm.
like people might just start with a cold email because they don't know how else to like market themselves. But it's so amazing that you're giving people the space to be able to do that there. Because you're probably changing the trajectory of some people's lives out there. I'm sure it's hard to get a gig
Oh
there.
no, yeah,
Is it pay to
definitely.
play? Is there like pay to play there?
Oh, heavy. Pay to play.
Really?
That's always been one of the things that I stand against. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong, I get people need to get paid. I get people have lives. I get people have family like bills. I get it. Firsthand, I get it. But like,
The artist is the most brokest person in that line.
yeah, like 9 times out of 10, like the artist, like this is my breakdown. Every event I do, my biggest thing is to get my staff and my DJ paid. That's all I care
Yes.
about. And
Mm-hmm.
my staff is very small and I have one DJ.
Yeah.
So that's all I care about them is getting them paid. And I figure something out even if it's out of my own pocket. That's where I care about the most. I don't want to take something from an artist if they what do I gain? What I'm gonna charge them? $200 to perform? Like no, like just give them a stage. Because what
Yeah.
happens if in 6 months they blow up? They don't forget that they got to perform for you.
Right.
Like you got to invest in the community of artists around us. Like I'm very big on the like, yo, I'm gonna kick this door. We all running through it.
That same. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna close it after me. Like, and I've seen that far too many times. Like I've dealt with that firsthand so many times where like you help people just because you genuinely believe in what they're doing and you genuinely believe in them and it's all love, and then they just switch up the minute they get some type of recognition.
Right.
But one of my favorite things somebody told me was everyone you stepped on the way up, you got to see on the way down.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I always think about that. I always think like every interaction with everyone, you have to treat it and be genuine. Like
Like it's the person gonna open up the door for you.
exactly that person. Like there's people
You have
now.
no idea who you're talking to. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There's people now that like work at labels that were like, yo, I went to your show in 2016, bro. Oh, you still doing mute? Oh, and they tap back in. Now they're like, yo, I got this opportunity. Come up to this. Like, and it's just off of you being yourself.
Yeah.
Just because you never faked the funk and was weird with nobody, you know?
You made an impression
Yeah.
with your genuine like way, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best way for anybody, being genuine, being truthful, and being loyal.
It's gonna take us far, I feel.
Yeah,
And
100%.
especially in the industry, like we grew up being in our 30s. We grew up in an industry where it was all about gatekeeping.
Yeah.
It was like there was no access. I mean, I was growing up in Detroit, so but it was the same thing as New York, where it was like, you have to like I don't know, you would have to like almost change the way you are to fit like a persona in order for them to agree to sell you.
Oh yeah,
They're
100%.
not selling you, they're selling their idea of you.
Oh no, 100%. I see that all the time. Like, I watch people, man. Like, I hate to say this, I love New York, I love my city, but like, I get more love everywhere else but here, and I get a lot of love in
Feel
my
the same
city.
about Austin.
Yeah, it's always like that. Like,
Isn't that weird?
it's like your city wants you to blow up for them to support you, and it's like by the time I
But
blow up, I'm
after
just
you
gonna
blow
go
up.
there. Yeah, and that's happened like every time I hate to call people out on it out loud. I always have my personal talks with people, but like I'm through with it. Like every time people see something big happen for me, they cloud around and be like, "Oh, that's dope, yo! I'm always supporting." And it's like, bro, you didn't come to the last 3 events. You didn't
Yeah.
even check for the last project, but you see I'm next to this person.
And
You
now
see
you're
I
like,
did
oh,
this.
hi.
Yeah, like that's always been a part of it. And for me, I was really good at just like, oh yeah, bro, appreciate you, bro. But now I'm really on some like, stand over there because that's where you want to stay.
Yeah,
Don't
excuse me, you're in the way of the camera.
exactly. Yeah, it's literally that. Like, yo, just move. Like you're taking up space. What are you doing? Like, it's crazy.
Oh, thank God for people like you in the community that help change the narrative of the music industry because it's been pretty convoluted the whole time. It's just
Yeah,
now kind of being exposed, and now we're starting to be more communal and come together in the underground scene.
100%. I mean, that's why what's that quote? It takes a village. Like, if we
Yes.
want someone out of this scene to really go to the next level, the person that deserves the most is gonna work their ass off, and everyone's gonna support them. And they're
Mhm.
like, you don't have to go above and beyond when it's destined for you and when you put in the work.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm very big on like, whenever I meet people, I'm always mentioning other people. I'm like, yo, you sound good with this person. Yo, you should tap in with this person. Like example, how you met Izzy. Like y'all met at the show. Now y'all working together. Now you go out.
BFF.
I love that because that's what this is about.
I know
That's
I
what this
know
is
it's so
about.
special. That's why I told you like when I like opened up and like explained how we met, it like really I mean I cry about everything. But it does make me like it brings me joy to know that there is people out there like you that are doing things like this, especially in a city where you do not have to do this. You could, especially with the venue that you use, you could easily pay to play at that place, but you don't,
Yeah,
Um
I'm heavy on it, and I appreciate that. And honestly, like I feel like people like minded like this just need to connect because there's nothing for like all of us to come together do a tour. We all have a residency now. We all have like a spot. We can
mhm.
just set up a simple tour where everybody just bops around. Oh, your album's coming out. Cool. You come here, hit, boom, 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 boom. It's that simple.
I mean, I'm trying to work on some grant stuff so I want to start a culture exchange program of
Hmm.
sorts. My partner, Evita, you actually met her. She's with a record label named CHHK. Shout out to them.
Hmm.
They're the ones that are taking me out to Sydney for South by Southwest. And like, they're trying to be a nonprofit, but I'm helping with the grant writing too, because I do want to pay my artist. I do want to fly people out for the cultural exchange. You know what I mean? That's like
Yeah.
that's what it is. And so now that I'm like learning the wording of how to ask for these things, now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to implement this. But I would love to have like I want to be a presenter so I can bring House of Aura down to South by, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
That'd be
like
fire. Yeah.
like have like different collectives from around like come, and we like go and have our little exchange program.
No, 100%, and that's what it's about. Like, I feel like as an artist, you have to live life, and you're not gonna grow in the same place. You're just gonna fester in the same feeling. So you have to like go places, experience new views, new people, new food, new
Yeah.
everything. Like that's
Mhm.
why I'm very like blessed, and I'm very my naiveness and my stupidness at a young age got me to just run and hit the ground running. Try like I'm going places I've never been, and I'm just like I'm alone. Oh well, I'll figure it out. Or like, yo, I'm only me and my homie. We're gonna figure this out. Like, I'm not.
Survival mode.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not even. And I was so young and naive. I didn't think it was survival mode. I just thought I'm having a great time. This is. I have
Yeah.
$5, but life is great. Like that's
Yeah.
the way I feel. Sometimes you just have to treat it. And like, yeah, I got to experience. Like, I
Survival
remember.
mode gets you through it.
Oh no, 100%. Like I remember my first time going to New Orleans. I was just like, yo, this is crazy. Like just experiencing these places. I'm just like, oh, it's the world is so big.
It is.
America alone is huge. Like I get why people never go overseas. This
Yeah.
place is so huge. It's you could travel America forever if
We
you really
could, yeah.
wanted.
And yeah, just it's very easy to be, we're messed up as it is here, but it's very easy to be afraid of what other places are like based on what our country really has, the narrative that they've taught us.
Oh yeah, 100%. I New York is such a culture pot capital. Like everyone comes here. I feel like, and this is not me being biased. I feel like Times Square is the center of the universe to me.
I agree. I mean, that's where everybody from overseas.
Yeah, and I see people like I've ran into so many people that are like, "Oh, I'm from France," and then they're shocked that I'm nice. They're like, "Oh, I didn't know Americans were nice. I didn't know New Yorkers were
Especially
nice."
New Yorkers.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, I'm surprised." And don't get me wrong, like I have my moments where I'm like, New Yorkers have this thing called road rage with their feet. So when you're
Mm.
walking and someone's walking too slow, you're like, "What the fuck up?" Like you know, get mad, you're like, "Get off." That happened to me earlier, as you can see. I'm a little upset still, but like, yeah, no, I've met people like, oh, I'm from this place, from that place, and they're like, oh, you're so nice. I'm like, what did you expect?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. What did you think? Like Americans and then New Yorkers, like such a subgenre upon subgenre, it just got worse. It's like, oh, you're American, you're New York, you're from this place. Oh, you must be terrible. And it's like, no, I'm not.
I mean, in Texas, there's a thing called bless your heart, which is like the attitude that like you're not mean, but you'll be like, bless your heart and be
Yeah.
like have backhanded.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, Detroit was the same, where I was like, I could tell when I moved down here, I had like this aggressiveness about me.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, hey guys, what's going on? And I'm like, what's going on, guys? Woo! And like, I could just tell that like there's
Yeah.
definitely a difference within regional like spaces.
Oh no, 100%.
Like,
100%. And honestly, like for me, like that's like my first time to Cali was like a culture shock.
mm,
I was like, yo, nobody's ever on time for anything here.
yeah, they're all on island time.
Yeah. It's like, oh, like I
Beach time.
remember setting up and they were like, yo, we should meet up for lunch around 3. I'm like, oh yeah, 3's kind of late, but whatever. I'm
Wait.
at the spot at 2:30 because I like being punctual. I'm very big on my time. And they're like, yeah, we're on our way. 4:30 comes by, yo, we're 10 minutes away. 5 o'clock, all right, we're here. I'm like, yo, I already left. Like, I don't got time for that. I'm already at the studio. I'll see y'all after. Like, y'all.
I wrote half a verse already.
Yeah, I'm already done. Like, I already had lunch, a snack. I napped at the studio. And you're just getting there? Like, nah. Especially, like, New York's 24 hours. So, like, I'm very big on, like, if I can't get up and go work, I get frustrated. So, I remember my first time in Cali and everything closed early. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, we don't really. I remember I went to a student. Like, we don't really do overnight sessions. I'm like, what do you mean you don't do overnight? What are you talking about? Leave me with the keys if you have to. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you?
Yeah.
What? They're like, yeah, the bigger studios do that. I'm like, well, I'm here, so here's
Okay.
$200.
I know. Can't you just like
Come
pay?
back later. Yeah, come
Yeah,
back later. Like, what are you talking about right now? Like,
that's very interesting. I didn't know what part of Cali is that. I
when I
guess
was
the
in
whole coast,
I think it was Burbank. I think it
okay.
was. Yeah, I just
Which
because
is surprising because that's like seems to be like maybe a bigger artist area. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. This was my era of just finding things on Google or word of mouth, and I still live by that. I definitely like if I'm in Texas, I'm like, hey, where do we go eat? What's good food? Like
Hmm.
I'm going off what people tell me, and
Yeah,
one of my homies recommended that spot, and I was just like, why? Like, why'd you recommend this? This is what do you mean you don't do overnight? Like
that
they're
is.
like, yeah, we don't, we don't have that many engineers. I'm like, I'm an engineer. Just leave me here. Come back in 3 hours. Like,
Do you still have your studio?
yeah. I have my
What
studio.
is it called?
It's called House of Horror Studios.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
in the heart of Crown Heights. It's not too far. Um, yeah, no, I feel that's the big thing I was gonna say. Everyone needs a home base.
Yeah.
Whether it's like you have a home studio, you rent a spot, do a studio, you own a spot, whatever. You need something because you never know who's gonna pop by or who needs something done or whatever. Like
Hmm.
always have that opportunity open. Always.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, it's
So
needed.
what's next for you? Shows, music, releases, community work.
Yeah.
You have a House of Horror on Thursday, yeah?
Yes, yeah. So our residency usually it's every third Thursday, but this month we changed it up. We're gonna do the second week of Thursday, so next week. And we didn't announce yet, but we have the 30th of August. It's a Saturday. We're trying to switch it up, because the weekends get packed when we do events there.
I
Weeknights
bet.
too, but the weekends get crazy there. So yeah, we got those two events coming up. Far as me and One Eye Scott, we're doing Super Effective 3 in our that'll be the trilogy, the end of our little saga of us doing joints together. We're not done doing music together. We're just done with that chapter. We're gonna move on to something next. Um, Volume 1 and 2 are out right now, my solo projects.
Oh yeah, I saw
Volume 1 produced by K Solar. We're working on vinyl. Vinyl, we just got the test vinyl. So vinyls and CDs will be out soon. We're gonna get them in like a couple stores. I'm excited about that.
Who do you press with?
I think it's called Elastic Stage or something like that.
Okay.
They're like based in the UK. They do really small number runs, which I
That's
like.
perfect.
Yeah, everywhere else wants like, oh, you gotta order this many.
A
I'm like,
100 or 50 and you're like,
yeah, they'll do like you could literally just get one if you want. But
"What?
yeah, we did a
I've never
sample.
heard that." So that's good to know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Really fast too for something overseas. It shows up really fast. But yeah, we're doing vinyls. Volume 1 vinyls will be out soon. We're gonna do like
Save
a
me one.
oh yeah, I got you. I got you for sure. We're gonna do a little run. Like we're gonna hit a few radio, promote volume 1 again. Do the same thing for volume 2. Then by the time that's done, Super Effective 3 will be out. After Super Effective 3, we're gonna have my solo. I guess it's an album. I'm gonna call it an album. It's me, volume 3, produced all by me, engineered all by me. So I'm excited for that. That's gonna be my first project where I'm really like doing everything by myself.
Are
Like no
you
assistance.
do you know the name?
It's gonna be volume 3.
Okay.
It just makes the most sense because I'm already in this like volume era. If you haven't noticed, Jay-Z's a big impact on my life. So like he has the volumes, he has Blueprint 1, Blueprint 2, Blueprint
Yeah.
3, he has
No, I
Life
like
and
that.
Times. Yeah, so I've always
Kind of creates
loved
a
that.
narrative,
Yeah, exactly. And I'm
like a story.
yeah, exactly. And I'm very big on just telling my story with my people. So
Mhm.
it just the volumes right now. Also, it's like it started off being an excuse to work with one producer each project.
Yeah.
So volume 1 was with my bro K Solar. He was just out here, dope producer out of Cali. He has a residency. Everybody should check out called I think it's Oh My Burger. I think that's the name of the spot. They do beats, burgers and beats. Really dope. It's like literally at a restaurant. It's outside. It's so fire. Um, but yeah, that was volume 1. Volume 2 is with Safari Bill. He's from Georgia, lives in New York. Volume 3 is gonna be me by myself, and then from there we'll just I'll just keep linking up producers, and if the volumes continue, cool. If we have titles, cool. The main thing is just keep doing music that I enjoy doing. But that's the plan for that. We did True Fest last year. We're still trying to do a festival this year, which looks like it'll be around the December time,
Okay.
around my birthday. So I'm excited for that. We're trying to do a 3-day festival. Last year we interviewed Heat Makers, which they produced for Dipset, Jim Jones, Cameron, and them. Yeah, we
Wow.
interviewed A King, which is one of my mentors, and then we had a all-day festival. This year I want to do same format. We interview a special guest, can't say who because they haven't confirmed, and then we're gonna do a party. We're gonna get some DJs, have a little kickback. All the artists get to chill, and then the next day, full day festival.
I love that.
Yeah, we don't have as much space as like everywhere else though. So getting like an open space venue in New York, you have to have a lot of money or a lot of resource. So, but
Imagine.
we'll make it happen. If we did it once, we could do it again. That's always
I
how I look at
believe
that.
in you.
Yeah.
And
And
hopefully you'll be here and I'll
hopefully
be.
you'll be on it. Yeah, I was
I
gonna
know.
say.
I was gonna say I would love to, and hopefully you'll come here.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, my main thing now is like I gotta start traveling alone sometimes. I love my guys, but I
Well,
gotta
for
start.
your album that you're releasing,
Yeah,
that you did all yourself, that would
yeah.
be perfect.
I got to. Yeah, it's very needed, very very needed for sure.
Okay,
But yeah,
Volume 3 tour.
that's. But in the meantime, we're still playing. We're still playing the shows. I think we're gonna do a little short little East Coast run. Probably gonna do like Chicago. Definitely want to do Detroit. I love Detroit.
You should link up with Rap Camp.
Or okay.
They're the bomb.
Bet.
Kilo is the guy running it, and he's doing amazing things out there. I'm interviewing him next week for
Fire. Okay, bet. Yeah, no, I'm gonna tap in for sure. Like
yeah.
that's
He's
what this is all about.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, community. That's what this is all about.
Yes.
If I'm not from somewhere, tap in with good people, make some dope happen. It's that simple.
Well, thank you so much for spending this time and talking to me, opening up and sharing your story. Where can everybody find all your stuff?
Yeah, so HOABossman.com, HOA_Bossman, House of Aura _NYC. Yeah, that find me. Yeah, that's the internet, the power of the internet.
Yes,
It's everywhere. Yeah.
Yes, the name at the bottom, just look that up and you'll be able to find all sorts of things.
Thank you.
Thank you again for doing this with me. This concludes our very first episode of On the Grid, and I'm stoked. And hopefully, you'll see us in pictures because we're going to be in the same space pretty soon performing.
Yeah. And you know what's even more crazy? It started off. I interviewed you for my platform.
I know. Yes.
And now look at us.
Enough, the tables have turned.
Who would have thought?
I know. I know. I saw your Prince tattoo. I was like, oh my god, that's right. That was one of my answers. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week with Kilo. Bye.
So, peace.